And we get Cure! And we get TPose! Again! But at least we can heal ourselves! More Kingdom Hearts 2 Randomizer. Little bit of a disclaimer if you've missed the first episode of this series. We're not doing the Garden of Assemblage because it just refuses to work. And this is the PC version, and at the moment PC version does not work with enemy or boss randomizer. So it's going to be a item and ability and like all that kind of thing randomizer only. So everything you get, as you could see, I got an Orichalcum Plus from leveling up. Everything you can get has been randomized, everything that you can fight has not. Is the long and short of it, right? So that means that the enemies and bosses are not going to like clip out of bounds or give me any sort of trouble or like turn into the Lingering Will inside of this Axel fight. And there's going to be no T-posing as well, because usually you get... hold on. One of these Keyblades... Okay, so I don't exactly know how the abilities for Oathkeeper and Oblivion in this instance work. I'm assuming it just gives you the abilities of both, which means that one of these Keyblades has Scan as its ability, which means that we can't get Scan outside of getting it on one of these Keyblades, and if we don't get one of these Keyblades, we don't get Scan. I've had this happen to me before, and again, at least this time we know what we're looking for, right? We're looking for either Oathkeeper or Oblivion. But that really fucking sucks, because if that's not a good Keyblade, it very well could just be a bad Keyblade. If it's not a good Keyblade, we are fucked, because we're going to need Scan. Though, I think my skill at like playing Kingdom Hearts at this point is high enough to the point where on Proud Mode, Critical Mode it would be a little bit more tricky, but at least on Proud Mode, I think I could probably manage to fairly safely fight most bosses without knowing their HP. Torn pages. Just because I more or less recognize like their attack patterns and know when they're okay, so there's a desperation move, so they're at about a third. And they have HP triggers. Kingdom Hearts 2 specifically has HP triggers where they do like certain desperation moves or like counters, which are not based on any revenge values. But just purely on, I've hit this amount of HP, so now I do this attack so that you can't just juggle me infinitely. I know that decently well. So, and more Keyblades! So, long story short, it's just straight up worse. That's because our Kingdom Key is actually pretty good. I didn't even look at that yet. Kingdom Key, 5 and 5, that's really good. And we have, well, we don't have Donald and Goofy with us at the moment as party members, so we can't go into high jump level 1. Holy crap, things are going so well. Anyway, drive boosts and high jump. Actually, duration or restoration? What do we want? I think we probably want duration more than restoration. Oh, also, I still have the ribbon and the Full Bloom Plus. That's good to know. Okay, at least we have high jump right away, and we can... Is there any good way for me to level grind Master Form this early in the game? I guess Land of Dragons is a pretty decent spot to level grind, because of all the caravans and stuff like that you can blow up. They drop drive orbs, if I'm not mistaken. So... most of the... you see, I can't explore Twilight Town too well, so that leaves me with the question, do I want to explore the bits of Twilight Town that I can explore right now? And use a little bit of time with that, and then maybe end this episode at the Mysterious Tower? Or do I want to just leave Twilight Town all to its own until the next time we come here, at which point I can just do the entire world at once? Because I'm kind of leaning towards the latter, not gonna lie. Also, we can't go into a drive form yet because we don't have a drive gauge. I didn't quite realize that yet. That is a very good point. So by the end of this episode, we can go into Master Form. But not yet. So at least there's a couple of chests around here which I can get fairly easily, especially with high jump. So let's just go get those chests, because the Colosseum map Wouldn't have known what to do without it. Don't even know what that is a map of. More maps! This one's for Beast Castle. Admittedly, we will be visiting Beast Castle shortly, but not that part of Beast Castle yet, because it's only in the second visit to the world, so it doesn't really matter too much. Just like fighting these bees, because they don't give experience. They only give a little bit of money, and I stated. I didn't state the fact that I don't care about okay, looky, I actually do care about. To a certain extent. Not a very far extent. Now I think about it, actually. Flash tap. That one I do care about. Okay, how are we going to do this? Because flash tap is a lot more important than, well, really anything. I'm not going to equip negative combo. I guess we equip a drive boost just for shits and giggles. It's literally not going to matter because I can't use it yet. Because you need to be able to use your MP to get to MP recharge. Which obviously, without magic, I can't use my MP, which means that I can't get MP recharge. Which means that I can't take advantage of... Also, I don't have a drive gauge, by the way. I just mentioned that. I don't have a drive gauge, so the fact that it'll fill up slightly faster, it's not really that relevant. That also, I don't think it's as good as a Full Bloom Plus. I think Full Bloom Plus is one of the best items in the game. For AP, it's better. For magic, it's also better. But I don't have magic. For AP, it might actually be worth it, though. I'm not going to equip it right now. But it's good to know that if I need another ability, I get it, and I can't equip it yet because I don't have the AP for it. I do have the Cosmic Arts to increase my AP to the point where I can equip any given ability that I might want to have. All that being said, though, we have a couple more chests in the train station itself. Also, I think on the outside we have a chest around these parts. But first we need to fight some nobodies. Because that's what we do in this game. Wait, why did that TPose, mate? Because usually there's nothing strange about this. There's nothing strange about this part of the game. Usually you're this version of Sora against these enemies. Why am I being T-posed? The moment I get damaged, I get blown out of T-pose, and this is a timed fight anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But it is really curious, because that means that I might be able to get T-posed against the enemies in Yensid's tower as well, which would be less than ideal. Just hit me, okay? Is this not a timed fight? I could have sworn this is a timed fight. Maybe it's a timed fight if you take too long. Somebody please attack me. Please. Thank you. Come on. I'm on Proud Mode. You can attack me if you want to. Thank you. For fuck's sake. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Donald and Goofy deal with that while I go. I could have sworn there's a chest around here. That's probably just in a mission in Kingdom Hearts Days that there's a chest around there. And we get Cure! And we get T-posed! Again! But at least we can heal ourselves after this battle. Which I think, if I use Cure, I would be taken out of my T-pose as well. Well, at least that's over, and we got Cloaked Thunder and a potion. And a Lucid Shard. But most importantly, we now have Cure. And the ability to T-pose our opponents into submission. Assert dominance, you know? Got a T-pose all over them. More items! Mithril Gem. It's so useful, isn't it? It is so useful. Star Recipe. We're getting the best items in the game. I shouldn't complain. I've been getting insanely good items. I don't think I can... Yeah, I can't get into that one yet. And mostly good abilities is what I've been getting. So I probably... Yeah, I really have no right to be complaining about anything. But the moment I stop getting insanely good shit... That makes sense. The moment I stop getting insanely good shit... I guess that's when I start to complain. Because I'm already getting used to getting insanely good shit. I'm gonna get a drink of water here real quick. And then we move on to Yensid's tower. Also, again, thought there was going to be a chest back here, but that's birthed by sleep. I know the chest placements in so many games so well, I just get them confused. Again, Game of 2 and Birth by Sleep specifically, I've played way too many times. And any worlds that they share, I might get a little confused about. As far as chest placements go. But let's see if we get T-posed through these shadows. I really hope that we don't. That would be not great for me. Also the experience, yeah, okay, they still T-pose me. I wonder why that is. Can I? No, I can't even use Cure. I really do wonder why that is, because there's nothing inherently like different about fighting this fight with the randomizer applied. And I very much doubt that it's just an issue that the port has. It might be. Luckily I have Donald and Goofy actually like doing something. It also seems like Donald has a very high strength stat, so I'm gonna have to check that one out. Because I kind of forgot for a moment here that the stats are also randomized. So let's see status. We ourselves have 17 strength, 17 magic and 12 defense. Donald has 5 strength and 9 magic, and okay, so maybe they didn't get randomized because that doesn't seem very randomized to me. Blizzard Boost is kind of nice to have though. And a Mithril Stone I can take or leave, really. You know what, I'm actually going to save. Because this seems like the kind of place where you can definitely get soft locked with fail to save game data. God damn it. I didn't include Kingdom Hearts 2 in my antivirus whitelist, and that is why I can't save it with a mod enabled. So, yeah, this is going to take a hot minute. I might actually cut this part out, because this is going to be tedious as all hell. No! One of them needs to hit me! Oh my god, that was almost bad, because if they had died without me going out of T-pose, I would have been screwed. Absolutely demolished. So yeah, I think I might be able to fix that and save still. I might have to replay this first part of the game though. I think there's a cutscene after this, so if Donald and Goofy just kill these Heartless, that is kind of fine. I'm still confused as to why the T-posing happens though. If anybody has any idea as to why that is, do feel free to let me know in the comments, because it's not going to matter in like 10 to 15 minutes anyway, because we'll be Kingdom Hearts 2, so and everything will be fine. There's more Heartless. Can one of them please attack me? Well, they're attacking me, but it's not taking me out of T-pose, because of course it's not. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna cut ahead, because fuck all this shit. Might as well just while I'm T-pose, I can just do the antivirus thing, right? Because there's nothing else I can do. Seems like this is almost the end. I want to make sure that I actually like get out of T-pose as we move along here. If it respawns me in T-pose, I'm going to be mildly annoyed. It doesn't. Okay, so next time I go into T-pose, I'll just cut ahead. And I'll just skip all of these enemies because I can't be bothered with them. And I'll go try to figure out the whole antivirus thing, because I don't exactly remember what I did last time to make it work in Kingdom Hearts 1. Probably should have checked that before. And there we go. Okay, cutting ahead. Oh, I'm not T-posed anymore. Hold on, what happened? I'm T-posed again, never mind. I'm not... I am. Okay, I should have my antivirus situation sorted out now, though, so that is good. I wasn't paying attention, and suddenly I was dead. Which, that makes sense, right? That makes sense. Let's try it again. Maybe this time I won't get T-posed at all, because I have antivirus exceptions and stuff. I don't know. Let's try to not get T-posed right away is what I was going to say. Again, let's just cut ahead here, because there's literally nothing good that can come of this, other than me getting un-T-posed, which does help quite a bit taking out some of these enemies. Can I use Cyclone? I don't think I can use Cyclone yet, right? I can! Okay, there we go. That was remarkably easy. I really do hope that I don't need to restart the game or the randomizer. The thing is, you don't need to... if anybody's having this similar issue with like save games in your antivirus software, you need to add an exception in whichever way your virus software does, that your Lua backend, or if you use the internal one, just like the program for Kingdom Hearts 2 itself, in your antivirus software. Because otherwise it'll see a weird piece of software that's not quite right and it'll just like block it. TPose is kind of nice though. So, Kingdom Hearts theory. This is the Book of Prophecies. It's probably not true, but hey, what do you know? Would be kind of neat. And we might actually do Hollow Bastion as well this episode, honestly. Because otherwise it's going to be real weird with the timing. Yeah, I would very much like to get into non-TPose clothes, please, if that's possible at all. Shadow Archive Plus! And a Palace map. But more Shadow Archive Plus. Which usually that one of those would have been Master Form. I now still can't go into Master Form because I don't have enough drive gauge for it. That is something that I should have seen coming. Definitely should have seen that coming, yeah. I don't care about the puzzle pieces. I actually looked into it this time. Puzzle pieces do not... Puzzle rewards do not give random rewards. Those are still just the same. It has something to do with the fact that you can't change those without doing an ISO patch or something like that. At least for the Kingdom Hearts 2 PS2 version. I don't know how that would relate maybe to having to patch the EXE or something on the PC version. But first and foremost, let's go to Hollow Bastion and see if we can actually save this time around. Because I haven't tried that yet. There should be a couple of items around here in chests that we can maybe get. But mostly I think the items we get here are rewards. Shops. Just checking. Shouldn't be randomized, right? Nope. And I don't even think the stats on those items were randomized, maybe? Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. I don't know. Let's just check and see if nothing synthesis related is actually randomized. I don't think anything should be. It all seems kind of like par for the course. But who knows? Free development. Yeah, this is... Obviously the recipes are randomized. Wait, does this give you an item? It does not. Then why do we have that cutscene? The recipes themselves, obviously, like the item you need to get to be able to do the recipe, like the ultimate recipe, the what was the other thing, like shock charm recipe or whatever. Those obviously are randomized because those are just items that you get that unlock the ability to synthesize something, but the actual synthesis itself is not randomized. So we're not going to bother with that because synthesizing things is a lot of work. And most of the items aren't really worth it if you can just get a full-blown plus out of a random enemy or an Aether. I'm not very excited about the Aether, if you couldn't tell. Usually this is also roughly where we'll get our first piece of magic. Obviously we already have a bit of magic, and we have a really good bit of magic at that, because it's Cure. Which might be... I was gonna say might be the best magic in the game, but then I remember this is Kingdom Hearts 2, so Reflect is a thing. Reflect is definitely better than Cure. Because if you use Reflect properly, you don't need Cure, is the thing, right? Encampment area map. I think that's Land of Dragons, which will probably be what we do next episode anyway, so we need to go up here in a moment, regardless. I don't know why I'm doing this now. Probably just because I'm afraid that I'll forget otherwise. And a magic boost, and a form boost, and a defense increase. We're getting so many things, and my headphones. I don't know if that's my headphones that just lost some audio. It's back now, but that might have just been the game as well. Because again, it's a PC release, and Kingdom Hearts 1 had a little bit of graphical. That seems really good. Graphical issues to them, so maybe Kingdom Hearts 2 has some audio issues, just to make the entire picture, well, no, it's not a picture, it's audio. Complete. Let's see. Guard break. We need a little bit more AP for that, but lucky me, I just got 4 AP boosts. I thought I got 2. But sure, I'll take 4. And a magic boost on Sora as well. And now we can equip a lot of abilities. So Guard Break for sure. And then unequip this and instead equip, I guess, Lucky until we need something else. We don't really need any of the form or drive based abilities at the moment. And neither do we really need. That could be good. That could be real good. Okay, let me check. Can I save? I still can't save. I need to replay this entire part. That's... Maybe not, actually. Maybe not. At the end of this episode, I'll check. Because if I just turn off the randomizer and save then, that might do the trick as well. Because I think the issue is that I need to enable Lua backend in my exceptions for the antivirus, not the game itself. It might be the game itself because it's running off a different drive than it was before, I think. Yeah, it definitely is. So let me add that as an exception as well in a moment here. But I'll do that all off screen. I'm going to try to make sure that I can save before I have to quit the game. Because I would prefer not to have to spend another hour re-getting all of those items and replaying this all. But if I have to, I have to, right? That's just like, that's the way life goes, really. I was trying to spin that into something a little bit more fun, but that's just life. Sometimes you need to do things again, because you fucked them up. Nothing fun to it. It's just truth. So at this point, maybe negative combo would be kind of worth it. Because we have a combo finisher which is at least somewhat decent, right? I'm not gonna say that it's particularly good, but do you see the amount of damage that I'm dealing here? Oh my... Remember, we are playing on Proud mode. This is not beginner mode. It feels like beginner mode type of damage that I'm doing here. This is Proud mode. Also, yeah, I do think it is my headphones fucking with the audio. Because it seems to happen when I move. But these headphones are only a couple of months old. And I haven't been, like, rolling over them with my chair or anything too much, so why is it doing that? It's probably just not seated in the mini jack for my PC very well, so maybe I just need to wiggle it around a little bit, push it in a little bit more, and to become 1, which doesn't have its usual ability, so don't worry, I'm not going to be able to get Final Form. I'm also not going to be able to get Final Form for a reason that I just can't get. Oh yeah, we need to do gummy routes again. I got so used to being able to skip the gummy routes in Kingdom Hearts 1 that I entirely forgot the idea that we needed to do those. Those I will do off screen. And the game crashed, I think. Well, that's the end of this episode. I need to replay everything anyway.